Hello, my name is Rebecca Friedman, and I am using audio to answer the individual reflection log question for week 7. How has your definition of curriculum been shaped by the course readings and discussions? How and why has your definition changed? I'd like to start by commenting that in addition to understanding that there is a written, taught, and tested curriculum, before the course I carried a very detail-oriented definition of what curriculum is. I was aware of and utilized several different types of curriculum in my definition. For example, an electronic curriculum, which would be lessons learned through searching the internet for information or using other electronic forms of communication. I associate the internal curriculum with another detail-oriented facet of what curriculum can be. That would be the process, content, and knowledge combined with the experiences and realities of the learner to create new knowledge. And for this type of curriculum, of course, while the educators should be aware of it, they have little control over this internal curriculum since it really is unique to each student. Another type of curriculum that would shaped my definition before this course was the received curriculum. Those would be the things that students actually take out of the classroom. These would be the concepts and the content that are truly learned and remembered. My definition of curriculum has changed since embarking on this course due to the readings and discussions. My definition now of curriculum is much more broad and much more encompassing. It gets at the big picture as opposed to the little details. And I would say that my personal definition of curriculum now is really anything and everything that teaches a lesson, whether it's planned or otherwise. I believe that humans are born learning, and thus the learned curriculum really does encompass a combination of all of those individual types of curriculum that I mentioned before, which would be much more detail-oriented. Since students really do learn all the time through exposure and modeled behaviors, this would mean that they learn important social and emotional lessons from everyone who inhabits a school, whether it's a teacher or a janitorial staff, secretary, cafeteria workers, and their peers. So many educators are unaware of the strong lessons imparted to our students by these everyday contacts, and I think it's important to note that in my new definition of curriculum, which has been shaped by the readings and discussions. I would say that the specific parts of the text that have shaped my new definition of curriculum, I'd like to comment on one little bit of each text that we've been using for this course. In Developing a Quality Curriculum by Alan A. Gladhorn, it was specifically my newfound knowledge of how developing a curriculum policy, how developing a statement of educational goals and a vision for curriculum, specific, I guess you could say curriculum excellence, and really just choosing a specific curriculum focus. That was really, really important in the development of my new definition of curriculum. In the text Curriculum 21, edited by Heidi Hayes Jacobs, she brings to the table many new socio-technology trends that change everything in learning and teaching, and that was pretty instrumental in my new definition of curriculum. And lastly, in The Differentiated Classroom by Carol Ann Tomlinson, she comments on instructional strategies that support differentiation, and those too are really important in my new definition of curriculum as they have to be implemented in the classroom really in order to ensure that all students are provided with the tools necessary for learning. So that is how my definition of curriculum has changed. A lot of my colleagues through many discussion posts have commented either agreeing or disagreeing with those comments of others that have really given me food for thought and helped me to formulate and change my definition of curriculum throughout this course, which has gone from very detail-oriented and specific to much more broad, and noting that really curriculum can be anything and everything that teaches a lesson. Thank you very much. That is my individual reflection log for week 7.